Man, y'all remember when I said that I was down to my last $20 and I ain't know how it was gonna get figured out, and I got both of my kids with me for the next few days, and I ain't know where my next meal was gonna come from. And I said to myself, man, I ain't got no gas, but these kids gonna eat this $20 in the next 3 hours, and I'm in the middle of a job right now. I was hoping maybe, I got done with that work in time to then be able to get paid to make sure, like we had all our needs met and everything. Because I'm still in the middle of other stuff too, that take care of some stuff, but it ain't nowhere near done yet. But I need the money today, right? So because I spent the almost hour making my last video, I ended up getting done with the work I was doing exactly too late to make it to the bank to be able to cash the check. I thought that they would have paid in cash, and they ended up writing me a check, and I'm like, dang, I didn't know it was going to be in the check. Dang, I didn't know that. I thought I was going to get paid in cash because it was such a small thing, you know what I'm saying? And man, I drove all the way to the office. Like, I calculated the time, right? I should have been exactly at closing time to make it to the bank. I'm like, oh Lord, please, Lord, please make a way. Please, Lord, let me make it to this bank. Let me make it to this bank. Let me make it to this bank. I'm like, I ain't gonna have enough time. Like, my timing right now is leading me to arriving right when doors get locked and closed. I was taking the biggest risk on no gas. My last, it was 30, but I said 20. I need to put 20 in the tank. That leave me 10 to feed myself and 2 kids for the day. And then I still need to be able to make sure I got something left over for tomorrow in case it take a little long to get paid for the work that I'm, that I got to do later, right? Man, I drove all the way to that office as fast as I could. I zipped through traffic. Everybody driving slow, I zipped around them. I wouldn't plan them games. I'm sorry, man. But normally I do speed limits and all that, but this time it just, it wouldn't call for it. Forget that. Heck, man, I'd be good on another day, but today ain't the day. You know what I'm saying? I drove all the way to that office, picked up that check, turned around, zipped all the way back across town to make it to the bank. The entire time I'm driving, let's say the bank closed at 4:30. The entire time I'm driving, my GPS say I'm arrived between 4:30 and 4:29. It just kept fluctuating back and forth. I'm just pushing it. I'm zipping. Then my GPS start fluctuating between 4:29 and 4:28. I'm like, man, this. I'm about to burn a lot of gas to possibly not even be able to get this check cash because my bank closed already, right? And my bank take time to clear checks. I need the money now, right now. Like we need to eat today and not on the next business day, right? I need gas in the car to be able to get other stuff done today and not on the next business day, right? I told you, God always figure it out, man. I'm never just left out. Even when it looked bad, right? Even when it looked like I just bit off more than what I could chew. Now, if I didn't spend the hour making that video and instead I got work done, yeah, I would have had way more than enough time to figure that out. I wouldn't even have to worry about that. Heck, but I took the time to give y'all some inspiration, some encouragement, and some wisdom that y'all can chew on in the midst of y'all trials or upcoming trials and whatnot. And yeah, I put myself way behind schedule to get paid. And so, man, the entire time I'm driving, my GPS is saying 4:28, 4:29. I'm like, they could possibly close the doors a minute early. Some places pack up and lock up a couple minutes before actual closing time. Like heck, all you got to do is want to go to Taco Bell, right? And they supposed to close at 2 in the morning, and our systems are down, and it's 12, and it's like, nah, y'all just don't want to work. Like, I get it, man. Like, you know, all you got to do is go to Taco Bell one too many times, and you would know exactly what I'm talking about. But not everybody lock the doors at perfect closing time. But sometimes it's like a couple minutes before. Man, as soon, like I'm sitting there looking at what my GPS say the time I'm arriving. I ain't looking at the time it is. Man, like I'm zipping through traffic, cutting through traffic. I ended up arriving at 4:26, and I was able to get that check cash. I'm like, yes, now we got gas, now we got food, until I can get through what I'm doing now. That's going, you know, do a whole lot more for us. But man, I thought I was about to be in a bind. Like, man, I really thought I was gonna have to pick up some kind of side job real quick. Like, no, it didn't even have to happen like that. God figured it out, man. He figured it out. I was kind of wrecking myself a little bit, but I was still trusting in God my whole way there. You know what I'm saying? But I took the time to serve matters of the kingdom. Man, I cut it too close. He still made sure we found a way. And like, let's just say I didn't make the video, right? I ran into situations where they had to pay me the day after. Like, let's say I didn't make the video and I had plenty of time to get to the bank, and we'll give you the check tomorrow. Stuff like that, you know. But when you serve matters of the kingdom, man, and you don't know how you're gonna figure it out and feed everybody and put gas in your car to pick everybody up and get and get other side jobs took care of. Like, you ain't even got enough gas to get to another side job, man, bro. Like, he'll make sure you got it, man. Always do, man. Just focus on putting your trust in Christ, not your trust in man. Now, that's just a little bit of something right there, but I got bigger stuff I can say. But like, that's like a little small something. Hey, it's a lot of y'all who ain't been in situations like this in a long time. Like, what? You pressed over a couple gallons of gas and eating for the day? Like, see, like, some of y'all don't got to worry about nothing like this or trust in Christ. Y'all just, y'all just always got the money. But when your trust is in Christ, man, like, he'll send you through a lot of stuff that'll show you exactly how trustworthy he is. I'd rather struggle and have fellowship with God than to have everything I need and not have him. I'd rather go through some struggles that allow me to see how good God really is than to never struggle and not knowing. Like, and it's hard to think like that if you never really had these kind of experiences, man. It's hard to say something like that when you depend on your own abilities and your own wealth and your own well-being, and even people that always seem to have the money. Heck, man, they go through other problems, right? Like, I ain't saying just because you got the money, then that means you would never be in positions to have to trust God for 100% of what you got. Like, you might have health issues and stuff like that. Like, you might have other problems that cause you to have to lean on God every day for your needs. Heck, man, the doctor could have gave you 6 months to live 2 years ago. And every day you wake up is a blessing. You never know before you go to bed if that's going to be your last day. See what I'm saying, man? I'd rather have some of these struggles, man, and have reasons to trust God and see his goodness. His strength is made in our weakness, really.